Are you ready for some bedtime stories? I've got some really good ones picked out for us tonight. So let's get started. Our first one is called Lawrence in the Fall. It's written by Matthew Farina, illustrated by Doug Salati, and published by Disney Hyperion. What do you see? A fox family. Mom, Dad, and a little fox. Now, when Lawrence saw the chalkboard, he froze. It said, "Bring in something you collect to show the class." Everyone in class made plans to show off their impressive collections. "I'll bring my playing cards," said Pig. "Coins," said Cat. "Silk ribbons," said Duck. "I collect combs," said Sheep. "My marbles," said Turtle. "Your turn," his classmate said. But Lawrence had nothing to share. He didn't collect anything. After school, Lawrence ran home in tears, bursting into his den and climbing into bed. He explained the assignment to his papa. "I have nothing for show and tell," Lawrence sobbed. "Ah," said Papa, "I see. I know a place where we might find a collection fit for a special fox like you." So early the next morning, Papa took Lawrence's paw and led him into the forest. "There's no better place to find what you need than the woods," Papa explained. But Lawrence wasn't so sure. The path into the forest only got darker and darker, until Lawrence walked right into a spider's web. "Ooh, yuck," Lawrence whimpered. "Oh, watch where you're going," a small voice said. "Why, hello, Spider," Papa called out. "May we ask what you collect in this forest?" "Oh, I collect flies in my web to eat." But Lawrence didn't want to eat his collection, so the foxes went deeper into the woods. Lawrence and Papa spotted beautiful rocks that the river had collected on its sandy floor. But the rocks were too hard to reach, so the foxes kept going. As they trotted along, tiny droplets began to fall, wetting Lawrence's fur. The foxes quickened their pace. Before long, a heavy rainfall poured down. "Follow me, Lawrence," Papa said, because he knew a cave nearby where they could safely wait out the storm. Lawrence ran after Papa as fast as he could. But the forest floor was soggy, and Lawrence fell behind until he lost sight of Papa altogether. Lawrence found himself alone in a clearing. The rain quieted, and in its place came a crisp wind. "Papa?" Lawrence called out softly, but all he could hear was the wind whispering in the forest. "Is anyone there?" "Hello," Lawrence said a little louder, and this time the branches shook and a small, colorful leaf drifted down, landed on his head. Lawrence was in awe of the beautiful leaf. Its perfect tips faded from red to orange. "There you are," Papa exclaimed as he rushed into the clearing. "Look," Lawrence said with astonishment, forgetting that he'd been lost. "Let me show you what I can do, Papa." So Lawrence led his father to a grove of taller trees, where he took a big breath, tilted his head back, and called out, "Hello up there!" And once again, the tree branches gracefully swayed back and forth, and leaves floated down. Lawrence studied the leaves as he gathered them, yellow ones with rounded edges. "Those are oak leaves," Papa explained. "Thank you, oak trees," Lawrence called. Lawrence went on to collect leaves throughout the forest. He collected leaves from honey locusts, a pair of white birches, and an old sycamore. He found shaggy willows and a wild crabapple and the tallest poplars in the forest. And with a pack full of leaves, the foxes made their way home to prepare Lawrence's collection. Finally, it was time for Lawrence to present. All his classmates listened as he told them about his trip to the woods. Every leaf he showed the class was unique in shape and color. Lawrence let his classmates pick out their favorite leaves. He gave away so many that by the end of the day, he had no leaves left. But Lawrence didn't mind. He knew where he could find some more. Do you like to collect leaves? On the end papers, they show some of the different leaves and the different shapes. I think it's always fun to kind of see what leaves are on the ground. Well, should we do a finger play? Let's try. 5 little monkeys were swinging in the tree, teasing Mr. Crocodile, you can't catch me. But along came Mr. Crocodile, as hungry as can be, and he went snap. So hide one of your monkeys. 4 little monkeys were swinging in the tree, teasing Mr. Crocodile, you can't catch me. Along came Mr. Crocodile, as hungry as can be, and he went snap. So then 3 little monkeys were swinging in the tree, teasing Mr. Crocodile, you can't catch me. Along goes Mr. Crocodile, as hungry as can be, and he goes snap. That means 2 little monkeys were swinging in the tree, teasing Mr. Crocodile, you can't catch me. Along goes Mr. Crocodile, as hungry as can be, and he goes snap. So now 1 little monkey is swinging in the tree, teasing Mr. Crocodile, you can't catch me. Along came Mr. Crocodile, as hungry as can be, and he went snap. So now no little monkeys are swinging in the tree, but I better watch out so he won't catch me. Well, we're going to stay in the forest for our next story. This is called Cheer Up, Mouse. It's written and illustrated by Jed Henry. And it's published by Houghton Mifflin Books for Children. Can you identify all of those animals? Let's get closer. I see a hedgehog and a bluebird, a badger, a chipmunk, a crow or a raven, or maybe a starling, we'll have to find out, a rabbit, a squirrel, a frog, and that's mouse. Should we go back? Because I think it starts without us even having any words. There they are dropping, either leaves or flower petals on Mouse, trying to cheer him up. They tried playing music to cheer him up, but nothing worked. How are we going to make Mouse smile? The animals asked each other. I know how to pick him up, said the bird. Flap, flutter, dip, dive, cheer up, Mouse. I'll show you how to get high. Well, dizzy heights were for the birds. I can wash away those tears. Splash, paddle, wash, wade, cheer up, Mouse, said Frog. But it looks like Mouse is sinking deeper. Rabbit said, I can make him jump for joy. Leap and lope, hop and jump, cheer up, Mouse. They tossed him up in the air. Well, all that bouncing shook him up. Hedgehog, is that hedgehog? I think that's actually a star-nosed, what do they call him? Is it a mole? I'll put him back on solid ground. Dig, shovel, root, tunnel. Cheer up, Mouse. Did Mouse want to be down in the ground? No. Low down digging is the pits. I'll carry Mouse above the gloom. Skip, skitter, climb, clamber. Cheer up, Mouse, said Squirrel. But now he's stuck out on a limb. The bluebird said, we can make his spirit sing. Chirp, whistle, pipe, and hum. Cheer up, Mouse. Singing won't fill Mouse's stomach. Hearty grub is what he needs, said Badger. Chomp and chew, crunch and munch. Cheer up, Mouse. Mouse needs more than just a meal. Let's roll him on to better days. That's Hedgehog, who loves to roll. Tuck and tumble, flip and flop. Cheer up, Mouse, Hedgehog said. Hey, where's Mouse going? Chipmunk wondered. And the animals all looked at Mouse. They hadn't cheered him up at all. Chipmunk got closer and closer. And when Mouse turned around, do you know what Chipmunk did to cheer up Mouse? He gave Mouse a hug. And you know, that was just what Mouse needed to cheer him up. Cheer up, Mouse, said all the other animals, and they all gave him a hug. Well, can you shake, shake, shake your sillies out? Shake, shake, shake your sillies out. Shake, shake, shake your sillies out and wiggle your waggles away. And can you clap, clap, clap your crazies out? Clap, clap, clap your crazies out. Clap, clap, clap your crazies out and wiggle your waggles away. Can you stretch, stretch, stretch your stretchies out? Stretch, stretch, stretch your stretchies out. Stretch, stretch, stretch your stretchies out and wiggle your waggles away. Stand up. Can you jump, jump, jump your jiggles out? Jump, jump, jump your jiggles out. Jump, jump, jump your jiggles out and wiggle your waggles away. Can you yawn? Yawn your sleepies out, yawn. Yawn your sleepies out, yawn. Yawn your sleepies out and wiggle your waggles away. Can you shake, shake, shake your sillies out? Shake, shake, shake your sillies out. Shake, shake, shake your sillies out and wiggle your waggles away. Well, we're going to have a story now about a dog. And this is called Dog in Boots. It's written by Greg Gormley, illustrated by Roberta Angaramo, and it's published by Holiday House. Doesn't he look rather dashing? Looks like one of the Three Musketeers. Well, Dog was reading a brilliant book all about a cat who wore a pair of truly magnificent boots. So he was reading Puss in Boots. And when he finished reading, Dog put down his book and thought a little bit. And then he went to a local shoe shop. Have you got any footwear as splendid as this? He asked, showing the book to the shopkeeper. Why, I believe I have, said the shopkeeper, and he brought out 4 just as splendid boots, one for each of Dog's paws. Bow wow, said Dog, I'll take them. And Dog was so pleased that he went straight home to dig up his very best bone. But the new boots were not at all splendid or magnificent for digging. In fact, they got so muddy they looked quite awful. So Dog took them back to the shop. Have you got some that are better for digging? He asked. Oh, I have just the thing, said the shopkeeper. These rain boots are perfect in mud. It simply washes right off. Well, the rain boots were wonderful for digging. But when Dog went for a swim in the pond, they filled up with water and he sank with a plop. Dog took them back to the shop. Have you got some that are better for swimming? He asked. Oh, the best thing for swimming, the shopkeeper said, are flippers. And the flippers, oh, they were fantastic for swimming. But when Dog tried to scratch, oh, they flip-flap-flopped around his head in a very unsatisfying way. Dog took them back to the shop. Have you got something that is better for scratching? He asked. Oh, I'm glad you asked, said the shopkeeper. Why, with these high heels, you can scratch and look rather fashionable at the same time. Well, for scratching behind Dog's ears, the high heels were simply divine. Unfortunately, they were dreadful to run in, and he went flying head over heels. Dog took them back to the shop. Have you got some that go a bit faster? He asked. Oh, yes, said the shopkeeper. Why, if you want to go super fast, try skis. They go very fast indeed. And I'll take them, said Dog, and he was gone before the shopkeeper could say, but only on snow. Well, without any snow, Dog's skis didn't move at all. He couldn't run, or scratch, or swim, or dig. On his way back to the shop, Dog thought some more. Okay, he said to the shopkeeper, I want something that's good for digging and swimming and scratching and running. And, oh, nice and furry too. Do you have anything like that? No, said the shopkeeper, but you do. They're called paws. And Dog was so pleased with his nice, furry, practical paws that he scratched all the fleas from his coat, and he ran after his tail. He swam around and around the Queen's Lake until she told him to hightail it out of there. He dug a big hole to rebury his very best bone. And finally, Dog went on home. He picked out another brilliant book to read, and this time it was about a girl who didn't wear any silly boots, but she did wear a lovely red hood. Thought Dog. And I don't know if you can see him, but there he is with his own red hood and cape, just like, you know, right? Little Red Riding Hood. Well, what other finger play should we do? We've done monkeys, and we've done sillies. I think we really ought to do hot dogs. I've got 5 little hot dogs that are cooking in the pan. The grease got hot and one went bam. So 4 little hot dogs are cooking in the pan. The grease got hot and one went bam. 3 little hot dogs are cooking in the pan. The grease got hot and one went bam. 2 little hot dogs are cooking in the pan. The grease got hot and one went bam. 1 little hot dog is cooking in the pan. The grease got hot and the one went bam. No little hot dogs are cooking in the pan. The grease got hot and the pan went bam. Let me think here. I think we've got time for, one more book, I think, before we have the flannel board and our Sandra Boynton book. This is called Simpson Sheep Just Want to Sleep. It's written and illustrated by Bruce Arant, and it's published by Pauper Press, Incorporated. Farmer Simpson sleeps all night in comfy blankets cuddled tight. He lies in bed and softly snores while dreaming dreams of doing chores. At last the sun turns night to day and chases all the stars away. And that's when the farmer lifts his head and crawls out of his cozy bed. Now the morning's bright, the day is new, and on his farm, well, there's work to do. 1 cow to milk, 2 pigs to feed, 6 ducks and hens to toss some seed. His farm's awake with oinks and moos. His quacking ducks no longer snooze. His clucking chickens stretch their legs and proudly show off their almost born eggs. But just before he starts his chores, he hears the rumbling sound of snores. The noise comes from his flock of sheep out in the meadow, still sound asleep. Like fluffy lumps they lie around with eyes shut tight, sprawled on the ground. Some on their backs, some on their fronts. They toss and turn with snorts and grunts. "Wake up," says Simpson to his sheep. "The sun is up, so no more sleep. Wake up, you snoozing herd." But they don't hear a single word. "These stubborn sheep," the farmer sighs, "won't open up their sleepy eyes. But I know how to wake this crowd. I'll make some noise and make it loud." He pounds on pots and pans with spoons, then blows a horn and pops balloons. He tweets a whistle made of tin and then plays the screechy violin. He sings a peppy wake-up song, then beats a drum and clangs a gong. But Farmer Simpson's sheep don't care. They don't even like that squeaky chair. The sheep still sleep with eyes shut tight. The morning sun is, hot and bright. They look like blobs of fleecy custard. Simpson feeling sad and flustered. How's he going to wake them up? Then suddenly a thought appears inside his head between his ears. These sheep ignore the noise I make. They're stubborn and refuse to wake. I need some help to do the jobs of waking fleecy custard blobs. I'll find a trusty little pup to wake these sheep and get them up. So Farmer Simpson went and found a puppy at the rescue pound. He took that pup into his arms and asked, "Do you like sheep and farms?" "I have a farm that's full of sheep, but all they want to do is sleep. The racket of barking pup should wake my sheep and get them up." So he brought the dog home to his herd, but was surprised by what occurred. The puppy didn't bark or howl. She didn't even whine or growl. She tiptoed gently to the flock, as softly as her paws could walk. She wasn't noisy, brash, or loud, but crept as quiet as a cloud. And with nudges from her cold, wet nose, the sheep awoke and slowly rose, then wandered one by one away, some off to eat and some to play. They drifted up and down the hills among the grass and daffodils, and with them went that gentle pup, who from now on would wake them up. As Simpson watched them walk away, he said, "I've learned a better way. That rescued pup's gentle touch and quiet voice has taught me much. When friends are stubborn and won't budge, they might need just a gentle nudge. So he knew how to wake them up, didn't he? He sure did. Well, I think it's time to find your bubble gum. So I think mine's in my pocket here. I'm going to get it out. And can you find your piece of pretend bubble gum? Unwrap it and pop it in your mouth. Chew it up until it's all soft and squishy so we can have a little fun with it. Ready, set, go. Should be ready. So 1, 2, 3, spit it in your hand. And clap your other hand on top. And we've got sticky, sticky bubble gum, sticky, sticky bubble gum, sticky, sticky bubble gum, stick it on your knee. On stick. Sticky, sticky bubble gum, sticky, sticky bubble gum, sticky, sticky bubble gum, stick it on your chin. On stick. Sticky, sticky bubble gum, sticky, sticky bubble gum, sticky, sticky bubble gum, stick it on your back. On stick. Sticky, sticky bubble gum, sticky, sticky bubble gum, sticky, sticky bubble gum, stick it on your nose. On stick. Sticky, sticky bubble gum, sticky, sticky bubble gum, sticky, sticky bubble gum, stick it on your arm. On stick. Sticky, sticky bubble gum, sticky, sticky bubble gum, sticky, sticky bubble gum, stick it on your cheek. On stick. Sticky, sticky bubble gum, sticky, sticky bubble gum, sticky, sticky bubble gum, stick it on mom or dad. On stick. Sticky, sticky bubble gum, sticky, sticky bubble gum, sticky, sticky bubble gum, stick it on your toe. On stick. Sticky, sticky bubble gum, sticky, sticky bubble gum, sticky, sticky bubble gum. Time to throw it in the trash. I think it's time for our flannel board story. So let's get the board up. And this is a story about a very lazy ladybug. There she is. Once upon a time, in a zoo, there was a very lazy ladybug. She slept all day. She slept all night. And because she slept all day and all night, this lazy ladybug didn't know how to fly. But one day she decided she wanted to sleep someplace else, someplace new. But how could she get someplace else, someplace new, if she didn't fly? Well, that ladybug had a very good idea. She just waited and waited until someone came by. And the first one to come by was a kangaroo. And the ladybug fell right into that kangaroo's pouch. She thought she was very smart for doing that. But that kangaroo liked to jump. "Whoa," said the ladybug. "I can't sleep here. It's too bumpy." So when a tiger padded by, that ladybug, why, she jumped onto the tiger's back. And she thought, "Aren't I smart to be on a tiger?" But that tiger liked to roar. Can you roar? Roar. "Oh, I can't sleep here," said the ladybug. "It's too loud." So she waited a bit, and soon who should come by but a crocodile. And the ladybug hopped over onto that crocodile's tail. Now that crocodile liked to swish its tail back and forth, back and forth. "Whoa," said the ladybug, "I can't sleep here. It's too scary." But pretty soon, a monkey chittered by, and the ladybug was able to hop a ride on his tail. But that monkey liked to swing. "Whoa," said the ladybug, "I can't sleep here. I'm feeling dizzy." So when a bear ambled by, ladybug dropped onto his ear. But you know, bears like to scratch. "Whoa," said the ladybug, "I can't sleep here. He'll never stay still." So when a turtle plodded by, ladybug landed on his shell. But you know, that turtle loved to snooze in the sun. "Oh, I can't sleep here," said the ladybug. "It's too hot." So when an elephant walked by, the ladybug hopped onto his trunk. "At last," she said, "this is perfect. I found someone who doesn't jump or roar or swish its tail or swing or scratch or snooze." But at that very moment, do you know what that elephant did? He sneezed. Achoo! And that poor ladybug, well, that ladybug then had to learn how to fly. Sometimes necessity teaches you things. Well, let's finish up with our Sandra Boynton book for tonight. We've got the big version. We've got Good Night, Good Night. This is, as I said, by Sandra Boynton, and it is published by Little Simon. It says, "Good night, good night," based on the little book that's over there. The sun has set not long ago. Now everybody goes below to take a bath in one big tub with soap all over. Scrub, scrub, scrub. They hang their towels on the wall and find pajamas, big and small. And with some on top and some beneath, they brush and brush and brush their teeth. And when the moon is on the rise, why, they all go up to exercise. And down once more, but not so fast. They're on their way to bed at last. They climb into their feather bed, some at the foot and some at the head. And two little rabbits sing a song while everybody hums along. The hippos, big hippos, will dance in the mud. The piggies will follow them in. And down in the hollow will elephants wallow in mud that comes up to their chin. The cats and the bears, the lions and dogs, the rhino and moose come along. Two rabbits, that's we two, will gladly agree to sing everyone's dream in a song. There they are, singing their song. The day is done. They say goodnight, and somebody turns off the light. The moon is high, the sea is deep, and they rock and rock and rock to sleep. hope you enjoyed the stories tonight. Bernard and I will be back with some more stories next week. So thanks for joining us. See you then.